What's going on, YouTube? Burlington or the Nacho fan, and yeah, a lot's changed, hasn't it? Let's talk about it. So, first things first, let's talk about where I've been. I've said I was going to try to be more consistent with my upload schedule, but that didn't happen. I've been pretty busy with work, and I've been not really, doing much model train stuff. Or if I have been, I've been doing it off camera, which I apologize for, but I just kind of didn't pick up a camera. I just kind of wanted to get through it and get the work done, so I at least have what I have right here. And that's a topic I'll talk about a little later in the video. But let's talk about what's sitting on the track at the moment. That's a new locomotive that I just got. It's a Rivarossi New York Central Hudson. I got it off of eBay. It's a great runner. I'm very happy with the purchase. And now I finally have a locomotive to run with my New York Central cars. As, case in point. Now let's talk about the other elephant in the room. This track. What happened to my old Lifelike track? Well, I finally got rid of it. I said I was going to do a big video of me upgrading the layout, but turns out I didn't like the way I was doing it. I was doing too many jump cuts, and I didn't like the way it was coming out. So I decided to do most of the work off camera. So, but right here in this video, I'm going to give you updates on what I've used, what kind of track I've used, and what I'm using for roadbed. As you can probably already tell, I'm not using cork. I'll explain why, and all that I'll tell you as coming through this video. Okay, well, let's talk about it. What have I done with the Lifelike track? I have put it back in storage. I'm no longer going to use it. I said originally at the beginning of this year that I wanted to use track that was going to require me to use roadbed. I have done so. I have used these switches, and I've used some turns, and I've used foam roadbed by Woodland Scenics. I know a lot of people will say the foam roadbed is not worth it. It's not as good as cork. I understand that, but cork is expensive, and it's not readily available at the moment from when I checked. And I just decided, you know what? I want to try the foam. And, it wasn't that hard to use, to be honest. I'm not disappointed with it yet. Now, that means I haven't ballasted yet, but that will be done after I'm completely done with the layout. But I figured I should just go with the foam. I got a good deal for a whole box of it. Let me give 1 second. As I've said, I got a good deal for a whole box of it. It's completely still full, and I have my full loop already done here. So, with that, I mean, it was a good deal. It was for what I needed it for. It worked. And I've hot glued the foam to the mat that I've used. Now, would I recommend using a mat? I don't. No, I do not. I'm not too keen on or too happy with the grass mat that I used. I would much rather do it a different way the next time I build a layout, but as of right now, this is the way it's going to be, and this is the way I'm going to have to deal with it at the moment, because I've already got it down. I've already got all the track glued down. I'm going to keep continuing with the way this is at the moment, but I think it's turning out pretty decent. As you can see in the back there, I've used the Walthers, or not the Walthers, the Woodland Scenics incline set. Those are 2% grades back there. They are, I just made a little mountain coming up and then coming down. So, it's nothing that big. I want to put some mountains around, not mountains, more hills in certain areas, but nothing too crazy, because I don't have that much space here. It's only a 4x8, and I'm using 22-inch radius Atlas Snaptrack. I believe it's Snaptrack. Give me 1 second. Yes, I was correct. Snaptrack, Atlas Nickel Silver, Code 100 Snaptrack. These are 18s, but I've used 22s for the big radius. This one here is an 18, but all these are 22s. I've used, for my turnouts, I've used Walthers Code 100 nickel silver turnouts. I do really like them. They are a little pricey, but I do like them. They're pretty nice. They snap. Right now, I don't have them, but I would like to get the hand-thrown parts for the turnouts, but right now it's okay for me just to do that because these are sprung. Unlike the Atlas turnout that I bought, I did not like the fact that they're not sprung, and I cannot just go like this and have it be good to go like that. Here, for this whole section, I cut out a piece of 22-inch Atlas snap track here to make this corner in order to have the double track main here. So I want to have my station right here. So I gave it a little bit of a siding here. I've also used, for my straights, I've used the Walthers Nickel Silver Code 100 Flex Track. So I figured, you know, I'm not going to just buy a bunch of straights and of snap track. Why would I, you know, I want to go a little bit, get a big giant long one and just use Flex Track, because why not? But I would like to put another turnout in here because I've got ideas. I'm still track planning this as I'm going along. As you can see over here in the yard, it's a complete mess. I'm still working on how to make myself a yard. But here I've got pretty much the whole idea. This section of the layout, I pretty much know exactly what I want to do with it. This section, I have no clue. I'm still working on it, but it'll come in due time. But I figured I wouldn't make this video until I made my full loop. And I have made my full loop. So now I can run things on it. But other than that, that's pretty much what I've used. I've used the Woodland Scenics foam roadbed. I've used the Woodland Scenics incline set, 2% grade. I've used the Walthers Code 100 Flex Track, nickel silver. I've used the Code 100 nickel silver turnouts by Walthers. These are number 4 turnouts. And I've used Atlas snap track for my corners, 18 and 22. So, but that's pretty much the hardware I've got going on right now with the track. All right, let's talk about future video ideas that I have planned. So, one of those video ideas is this locomotive here, the Metra F40PH that I own from Walthers Mainline. I would like to do a DCC sound decoder install on this locomotive. It shouldn't be that difficult. It's a 21-pin socket. I should be able to just plug one in. So that's a video idea that's coming in the future. The next project we have is finishing up this Bud RDC. We had this locomotive in a video already. We installed, or we didn't install, we fixed the locomotive's drive. We lubricated it and made it all run nice and smooth. I would like to add people in the cab section of the locomotive and possibly DCC sound decoder install in this locomotive. So that's another video idea. This locomotive. You might remember this GP30 a while back. This is a DCC Proto 2000 GP30 by Santa Fe. Well, by Santa Fe Railroad. It has a decoder in it. I would like to make it a sound decoder. So that's a video idea. Now these are all long-term video ideas, not something that's going to happen immediately. Now we're going to move on to our bigger, more complicated videos that might come in the future. First one coming up. This one right here. Now, if anybody of you guys watch Ron's Model Train on YouTube, shout out to him. He's done a couple of videos on these Bachmann steamers from the 80s and the 90s and the 70s. Well, 80s and 90s. And as you can see, we have a broken axle. This is a locomotive that I'd like to see running again. And knowing that there's 3D printed axles out there for them, and just watching Ron's Model Train video made me feel like I should try to at least try to repair this locomotive. So that's a video that most likely will come in the future when I'm ready for it and when I'm up for it. So that's one that's coming. Then we have this locomotive right here. This locomotive is a Proto 2000 E unit that's been hand painted for the Burlington Northern as an E9M. I'd like to put a sound decoder in this one as well. Another YouTuber shout out here is Larry Puckett on YouTube, the DCC guy, the Model Railroading YouTube channel. He has a video installing decoders in Proto 2000 E units. So that's made me want to do that for mine. So shouts out to him. And we have this locomotive at our Athearn Blue Box F45. I recently re-uploaded the video where I unboxed this locomotive because I had to edit a little bit of it. And this locomotive I'd like to put a DCC decoder in and sound and all that eventually. Then we have this locomotive right here. This locomotive hasn't been on the channel in a while. I started building it and making it work and everything like that. I'd like to finish it. I'd like to put the railings on it and do everything that's needed to be done. Get the couplers on and make it run good. So that's a video idea that I would like to do. And then we probably have our most crazy endeavor here for a video idea. We have our River Rossi Milwaukee Road steamer here that I upgraded to a can motor. I'd like to DCC sound this locomotive. So, a lot of projects in the future, a lot of money, so bear with me on that. You know, a lot of DCC sound decoders. DCC sound decoders aren't cheap, but it's ideas in my head, things that I want to do with the stuff that I have. Not really buying too many locomotives recently, except for one. I did buy a locomotive off of eBay besides the Hudson, and it will be coming soon, and it'll most likely be the next video. It'll be coming soon, and hopefully, I have a decoder for it. And the decoder is a decoder that a lot of people have been keeping their eyes on lately, and I'm pretty excited to mess with this decoder and see what it's going to be like. It's either most likely going in this locomotive, the F40PH, or it's going into the locomotive that is going to show up this week. So, either or, most likely 2 videos, one installing that decoder in the locomotive and unboxing a locomotive. We have an unboxing and an install of a decoder coming in the future for the channel. Well, that's my plan so far. These are all the projects that I've shown are projects, you know, that I have in my head, that I have in my notebook, that I'm going to, you know, have jotted down of things that I want. So I have things to do, things that I can keep uploading with. So I really would like to upload once a week, but, you know, sometimes, you know, you can't do it, and sometimes you get busy and stuff like that. But I'm trying my best. I hope you guys can bear with me on that. And, but yeah, let's wrap this video up. Okay, we're on the layout. Just having a little background noise here. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it for this update of what my plans are for the channel at the moment. And I hope you guys, like I said, can bear with me through my schedule. And I'd like to upload more. I've been going to the train museum more. I just haven't been uploading or vlogging there. I'd like to keep doing that. I'd like to go to the train museum and vlog like I've done last year. And go to Rochelle and, you know, Railfan there in Rochelle. And maybe go to other places that I can go to Railfan, not just Rochelle. So, those are our other ideas. I'll keep making updates about with the track and stuff like that. But other than that, that's pretty much it. I'm excited for this video that I'm going to be making on this decoder that's going to show up. I am very excited for it. It's a lot of people are talking about it. A lot of people say it's the future. So I'm pretty excited to see it and see how it works. So, anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's a bit of just a lot of talking and not really any trains. It's kind of why I put this on the track and let it run. But I hope you guys, like I said, bear with me. I'm going to be uploading. I promise I will start uploading again, and we'll go from there, alright? Anyways, This is Jake from Burlington Northern Nacho Fan signing off. I hope you guys have a good day. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.